I am Lauren Pearson. I am the Director of CRM and Loyalty at rue21. Rue21 is an excellent place to go for fashionable clothes for guys, girls, and plus-sized apparel. rue21 and Verint have been working together for a number of years. And one of the things that I'm really proud of here at rue21 is how seriously we take the voice of our customer. We like to leave a seat at the table open for our customer in all of our major decisions. And working with Verint has really enabled us to be able to do that really well. So what we do is we use the Verint CX tool so that we can gather customer feedback and customer insights on a regular basis across multiple different steps in the customer's journey. So we have surveys that are available for customers to take if they have shopped or purchased in our stores. We also have survey touch points if customers are browsing online, or if they've made a purchase online or done a buy online, picked up in store order, as well as just collecting general feedback through our feedback tab on our website. This enables us to have a pretty holistic view of what our customers are experiencing and what they're talking about at all different touch points across the experience. So on a monthly basis, when we pull together that information that we're hearing and seeing from our customers across all the different touch points in the customer journey, not only are we taking a look at what customers are saying and what are the high impact areas, but we're also looking at those measurements of NPS and CSAT. So we can see how we're comparing year over year, month over month, and then also how we're benchmarking against other retailers. Through the help of Verint, we can see how we're benchmarking. And so as we make improvements and address customer concerns, we want to make sure that not only are we seeing improvements in what customers are saying in the general sentiment, but are we really driving improvements in NPS score? So focusing on store training and greeting every single customer when they come in the doors, or addressing product concerns, or expanding our plus line. Those are all things that we have taken on as major initiatives, and we have seen the value and the improvement in our NPS scores as a result. And not only that, we see it as an important part of our overall corporate strategy and how we're growing our business. We share that information, we have a conversation on a regular basis. But what we'll also do is we can use our CX tool to perform ad hoc surveys and do in-depth analyses to learn a little bit more about a certain area of opportunity. So, we might be able to figure out what customers are saying about our dresses by looking at the voice of customer data, but maybe we want to go a little bit deeper and ask some more specific questions. We're able to leverage the tool to target some customers with a survey that has much more specific questions to help answer those curiosities. And then from that, we're able to really paint a picture of what customers are saying and what is really going on with, let's say, the dress business. If we're seeing something happening with sales, we're looking at our CRM data and we're seeing that maybe frequency is a little bit different, or the types of customers who are shopping dresses has changed, or we're not seeing the improvement that we were expecting. By digging in a little deeper, looking at those customers and asking them specific questions, we can really paint a picture to understand, there's a huge opportunity to raise awareness that we have a dress business and we have some great offerings. And so that translates into what is our overarching marketing strategy and how are we addressing those clear opportunities. We will leverage the voice of customer to identify some opportunities that maybe we haven't thought of, but also to track over time some things that we want to measure and see improvement on. So an example of that would be, we are constantly asking our customers to help us understand what's the perceived value of our brand and what are the top competitors they're shopping. And that gives us a good baseline to understand how we're perceived and what our target competition is over time and how that might vary. We can slice and splice that data a little bit more to even zero in on a customer who's buying a certain type of product and figure out what the top competition is there, which is immensely helpful. So we were able to partner with Verint to conduct an associate engagement survey. And with Verint being the third party, they were able to go in, not only put together the survey, but to conduct the analysis after the fact. So they could really break down the feedback from all of our associates by department and share information with our department heads so they could really cascade this somewhat sensitive information in a way that helped us to be really impactful and understand not only what our customers are thinking about rue21, but how our employees who engage with rue21 on a daily basis are really feeling about the brand and their work experience. So it's been very helpful, and we can track that over time and be able to leverage that information. We have been able to leverage the Verint CX tool to drive an improvement in our customer experience. And we measure that through improvements in NPS score. By zeroing in on specific areas of opportunity, we've been able to improve NPS score not only for those shopping in our stores, but also for customers who are buying specific products. So our Plus customer is a very important area of our business, and we want to make sure we're addressing her needs. And by prioritizing the things that she specifically asked us through the voice of customer, she asked us for certain things, and we were able to prioritize her needs, and we were able to improve our NPS score by double digits in order to really make a better experience for that customer. Not only that, we're able to leverage that data to dig into specific things that are working really well, or some areas of our business that are maybe not working quite as well, and we want to understand the why, not just the what. That's where the CX tool and the voice of customer has been able to really paint a more qualitative picture of what is going on with our customer and help us be able to address those needs and track where we see high impact opportunities. And also at the end of every voice of customer, we're making sure that we look at those positive comments. It can get a little bit, challenging when you're just looking at the negatives. And so we want to also make sure we focus in on those positives so that we can celebrate those wins. And we always have amazing feedback, and that's something that's really special and important for us to share with all of our cross-functional partners, but with the people who are involved in trying to fix those challenges on a daily basis.